Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all placements. Holy Spirit, angel guides, spirit guides. What is the solar eclipse? Love brief for Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I'm so grateful that you're here with me. All right, we're going to use the truth. Let's see what the truth is about your love situation under this solar eclipse coming up. Yes, we just finished the full moon, so something was revealed. The truth is, there are many issues that need solving. Some of you may be in an unstable situation. All right, Scorpio, the truth is you are dealing with an unstable situation. Like things are getting ready to fall over, tilt over. All right, Spirit, tell me more. What does Scorpio need to know about love? There are many issues that need solving. Okay. Yeah. Somebody feels like they've been pulling a boulder up the hill. Let me try and get this into focus. You see, there's hands pulling a rope and there's a boulder. It's been very difficult, the 10 of Wands. And it would be different if it was one issue, but there's like multiple issues here. And somebody's been struggling. Yeah, they're pulling a lot of responsibility. Okay, what else does Scorpio need to know at this time? Love brief, solar eclipse. Whoa, you are very serious. I'm like, you just got 5 major arcanas in a row. Okay. All right, Spirit. Opening up with this boulder, 10 of Wands. You know, sometimes when we can't walk away from a situation or it's just time for it to end, Holy Spirit will intervene. I did a reading on that. If the relationship is not supposed to be together and either of you are supposed to be somewhere else, Holy Spirit will intervene within that relationship. And I feel like there is an intervention. I feel like somebody's been thinking about this, feeling this, Scorpio, that they're carrying more than they should. Things are not balanced. Things are uneven. Somebody longs for greener pastures, for less responsibility, just to carry their own responsibility. Like sometimes we sacrifice ourselves for others, which allows them to take advantage of us or to rely on us much more than they should, because we all should have a certain sense of independence. So this is all about the Magician, and it is up to us to make ourselves more of a priority and less of an energy that others can take advantage of. Pull back our energy, not be so available. Right. That's what I see is happening here. Somebody's getting this, that there are many issues that need solving. But I think when you see that, you also realize that most of those issues, they're not even yours. But they just stack up over the course of years. I see. The world is here. Definitely there's an ending. You really knew this before yesterday. Yesterday was probably like blinder. The light was so, something happened that made it so apparent you couldn't ignore it anymore. You couldn't put on blinders. You couldn't avoid this situation. Something could have happened that just showed you how unstable the situation is. Now you're like ready for change, and now spirit is ready to actually bring something to an end. The Magician is here, the World card, and the Tower. 2 endings. Double whammy. So if you don't call it quits, they're going to call it quits. This is about obtaining justice. It may involve going to court. It may involve a marriage, a house, a home coming to an end. And then February is also the time to plan your new beginning. The Hermit. The Hermit accepts the past. They're very wise. They accept what happened. Everything is never in our control completely. So, tell us what Scorpio needs to know. You show up here with the Tower. You have Libra, Virgo, the World, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sag, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. The Spirit of Cups, you're feeling something very deeply at this moment, especially after experiencing some type of issue that made it quite apparent how unstable, how fragile somebody even is. Scorpio, what is this? 5 of Cups. The Devil. It is. It's a marriage. It's a marriage. You have the 5 of Cups, the Devil, and the King of Wands. With the 5 of Cups, the Devil, and the King of Wands, I'm thinking that somebody stepped out. Somebody cheated. The King of Wands can be quite flirtatious, very good looking, charismatic. They have a lot of options. And with the 5 of Cups, I feel like somebody was betrayed. Somebody was cheated on. The Devil is here. Oh yeah, this has to do with matters of the heart. Look at that Vulcan grip holding somebody's heart. This King of Wands has a huge ego, attention seeker. Like I said, very attractive. The King or Queen of Wands is very attractive. But when the Devil is there in the 5 of Cups, it's temptation. There was some type of temptation that blinded them to love. Tell me more. It also amplified how unstable this is. Here's the Queen of Wands. Page of Wands, wanting to start over. The Queen of Wands also is very attractive, also determined. Once she has decided she wants to do something, she is not afraid to begin to make moves, especially when the Page of Wands is around. A lot of ideas are going through her head. She's pretty fearless, pretty determined. And that's this energy of the solar eclipse. It emboldens you. Okay? Oh, yes. Scorpio. Scorpio is like, it's time to change this situation. I'm done. It's an ending. And the World is here. So that's 3 endings. The Tower. And when Spirit reiterates it, because all of these are major, when Spirit reiterates it over and over, the Devil is here. It's apparent. Sometimes we stay and keep going through this energy. We basically tell them, yeah, it's okay to break my heart, cause pain and sorrow. But that's changing. See, once the Queen of Wands shows up, he knows she's had enough, because she begins to speak less and there's action. You have the ring of fire under this solar eclipse, because the moon only covers the sun about 96%, and so it creates this ring, which is like a halo around the queen, definitely directing her, guiding her. She's following the light, absolutely transforming this situation. An alchemist, Scorpio. You are the alchemist of the tarot, able to change, right? Transform. So, yeah. This is about you yearning for a spiritual connection, a higher connection. You know, after we've been in love and we've learned some hard lessons concerning love, we desire more when it comes to love. And that's where you are at this moment. I do see that with all this spiritual energy here, all these major arcanas, there's no way that you could stay in the past. You're definitely being guided towards something better, and you're ready. Scorpio's ready for it. I don't know who this Devil and King of Wands is. Leo, Aries, Sag energy, but there's a certain promiscuity about this King of Wands. I just see him always having options. Like, women approach him, men approach her, and there's just this energy. You two are married and it's unstable. And it's not just this one time. There are many issues to be solved. Maybe too many. That's what I'm hearing. It does involve a marriage. That's why the Justice card is here in the future. The Tower. Yeah, I think this has come to the end of the road. And when it's too much to solve, we are being told to just let it go. Focus on ourselves. Focus on what we desire in the next phase of our relationship. Go on. Healing. Taking some time to heal. Spirit says give yourself a chance. Focus on you. And that's what 2026 is. Making ourselves a priority. Knowing what we want. Thinking about it. Meditating on it. Praying on it. And then taking action towards making it happen. This is the year of the fire horse. And it's not procrastinating, avoiding. It's being direct and going after it. A lot of healing is needed after this situation. You do take the bull by the horn, Scorpio. Your self-respect begins to make you much more attractive. And as you forgive, you're able to let go of this situation. It's been unstable for a long time. Some of the cracks just make it's almost tilting over. It's almost impossible to stabilize it, is what I'm hearing. Like, sometimes things have to break in order for them to be rebuilt. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Okay, Spirit, what else? Scorpio. Yeah. You two are talking at each other, not to each other. Wow, a lot of energy that says this has to just fall over completely. 1444, you are protected. 3 cards of death. I mean, when Spirit says it's ending, it's ending. Something is ending. Something that it's just too much for you to try and make it better at this time. A lot of ego. This person, this King of Wands, Queen of Wands that got tempted by the devil, the 5 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, They say that they let their pride get in the way of your connection. See, in the past, you always came back to them. You always forgave them. And this time, too, you're being told that you need to heal issues here. You need to forgive this situation. But you don't need to stay. The difference is you're not going back here. You're not going back. There's too many issues to be resolved. They think you are. They think they're going to get you back like they did in the past. All right, let's see, Spirit. Yeah, see, in the past, you kind of sabotaged yourself. You messed things up by going back to them. You told them it was acceptable. Somebody did, but not this time. Scorpio. Somebody thinks, not this time, because somebody wants a deeper love. They want a love that is true, that is real. Okay, that is above all of this devilish energy. Look, this one, they want to really apologize. There is an apology. I'm sorry. They could give you some purple roses, very hard to find and expensive. They could try and do that to buy their way back. They realize they let their pride get in the way. Both of you, your intuition has been working overtime. I mean, this person's been going through shadow work because they're getting pretty real about the fact that it was them and that they had it good in the past. You always let them come back. Their intuition is telling them they took advantage of the situation, and your intuition is telling you that you deserve something more, something better, that you don't want to go backwards. Scorpio. That's right. You were unsatisfied. You weren't happy the way things were going. Give yourself a chance, Spirit says. Your self-respect is what's going to make you get what you want. Love yourself first. And also you had 1444 telling you divine timing is in play on your life. And you need to believe that, what do they say? God's timing is perfect timing. Okay? Transformation occurs through acceptance. He wants you to accept this situation. Accept your current situation, and then things will automatically transform. You're the alchemist. You're the card of transformation. The ring of fire is a transformative portal that helps you make changes, leaving the past, stepping into the future, forgiving them without letting them back in. Major transformation, major solar eclipse of your heart here. Scorpio. There is somebody better for you. You're not together physically, but spiritually you are united. Love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing in the spiritual. That sure gives you something to look forward to. Wow. Yeah. Healing. Anybody in the midst of this, discovering this, especially under this full moon, sun in Leo energy, enlightened by some type of devilish, toxic situation. Healing is very important in the month of February. You are surrounded by light. That is that ring of light I was talking about. Move towards the light. It's very healing. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into the light, creating room for new opportunities, new possibilities, creating room for the future. You're moving forward Absolutely. You're transforming. You're the alchemist. You're taking all that you've gone through and you're starting to use all of that energy. It's like it's being compounded, accumulated. And now you're using that to move in a different direction. I love this. Manifesting miracles. You had the magician at the center. And the magician has every tool that he needs, right? He has the cup, the sword, the wand, and the pentacle. But what's important with the magician is believing, trusting. Your dreams will become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Especially in love, you've got to be thinking from your heart. You've got to be moving from your heart. Therein lies a chance for being hurt because you got to be vulnerable. You got to be open. But that's what love is all about. Love conquers and transforms all things. I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio. I hope you were able to get something from this. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for me. Leave me a comment. I really want to hear from you about your transformation. All right. Until the next moon phase, namaste.